And yay, we're here with another A1 Pictures Butchered IP.
Which name did you pull out of the hat this time?
Oh, well, you see, this one has been requested for quite a bit. This time it's the Asterisk War. And this person's like, hey, it has Vic in it a lot, so it would fit right in with Mignon and March. Yes.
A lot.
Vic doesn't appear at all in Season 2. And he plays two very small recurring characters, one of which is only in one episode, the other is only in two.
His screen time
amounts
to like
3 minutes.
4 minutes at best. 3.
That's across both characters too. I'm not going to name names, but you, sir, are anonymously shunned. But whatever, we already finished the show, so we might as well cover it. Okay. Well, the Asterisk War, a series of light novels written by Yu Miyazaki and illustrated by Ukiura. I had to, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I need to get back to that.
Anyway, they were released in September of 2012. Currently, there seem to be 15 light novels. And this anime by A1 Pictures would premiere in October of 2015, with 2 seasons wrapping up in June of 2016. Adapting the first 6 light novels in 24 eps.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure they adapted a whole entire novel in 3 episodes.
I think they did.
Or maybe
and as far as
novels.
the dub goes, the Blu-rays started coming out in September of 2016 and so on. And because it's Aniplex published, you could expect if you want to own this pile of dicks, you're paying top dollar. And no, we don't think it's worth it personally. At least I don't. You want to buy it, Dog? You want to pay $200?
No.
Okay, guess it's time to break down the plot. So the Asterisk War, in the year 20th century, a meteor hit Earth and did devastating damage to the human race. Starting off pretty generic as it is, aren't we?
Whoa, about that.
Coming out of this, though, the humans that survived, some of them learned to have supernatural abilities. There's a term for them. I honestly didn't care to remember it. Sorry. But all you need to know is supernatural humans that, divided into one of 6 magical academies. These academies, every once in a while, have a tournament known as a festa, and they compete in it. That's basically it. And our basic bitch protag, Ayato, enrolls at one of these academies to look for his missing sister. And I hope you like that about him, because that's all you get. He is basic bitch AF.
He has such personality, though.
He's a nice guy. I am so happy the self-insert trope seems to be dying off.
Well, okay, fine. Fine. What's the IC counter, right?
What?
The IC.
I don't know what... Oh, you mean him saying that. I was like, what? I didn't understand. Intercontinental?
He probably says it like fucking
Oh, he does.
times.
He says I see as a response all the time. And it's like, dude! Do you not know any more words?
A response, too. And
yeah, and of course, because it's a light novel adaptation, Ayato is surrounded by lots of chicks, all conforming to certain stereotypes that are all obviously way more interesting than he is, because that's how these work. And you'd rather be following them at any point in time than him. But because it's A1, most of their screen times was nuked. So we're stuck with this asshole for the majority of it. Yay. But we'll get to that we'll get back to that in a bit. So, Di, what did you think of the animation? That's the one decent thing I saw people giving this show, is that it was at least animated okay.
Well, that's the thing about A1. Sure, the animation looks pretty impossible, but it's still lazy. They still have the lazy shortcuts that they use to avoid drawing. I mean, animating.
I said drawing. It's all computer bullshit, man. It's all tetrahedrons and shit.
Now. I mean, they even have ugly CGI cars. I mean, right?
CGI spiders! Get them off of me!
I mean, it's A1. You know what to expect at this point. It's not like it's Dean.
Yeah, the OST is very average, forgettable in my opinion. It's there. It's not hurting anyone.
It's not hyping anyone up.
If you walked by it on the street, you probably wouldn't even notice it. But I guess it does what it's paid for. And now, I guess time to get to the dub, because remember how we said 6 different Magic Academies? Yeah, because A1 adapted light novels that had numerous amounts of lore and characters introduced, each with their own motivations conflicting with one another, A1 had to cut corners, which means we've got shit tons of characters and very little backing them up. Thanks, A1.
Also, you might want to fix your mic.
Hold on. Gonna fix A1's mic here in a minute. Gonna fix your mic. Anyway. Okay, so let's get through this.
Mic was as poorly adopted as this anime.
Well, first, ADR director was Chris Kasem. We've talked about him before. He's ADR directed Record of Grand Crest War, and I think some other shit we covered here.
Oh yes, we did. Oh man, did we cover it? We're gonna be covering it again.
Oh yeah, I did 7 deadly shits, didn't I? Aren't you happy, Ty? We got season 4 of that and a new movie!
No, I'll pass. I'm not watching another movie in that franchise.
Oh, we have to, it's a sequel film, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, script writing was done by Caitlin Glass and Jalen K. Castle, or Okuyasu from JoJo. Which, apart from a lot of ICs, didn't notice any stupidities in the script. Which I like poking fun at those. I'm mad now. I can't make fun of the script.
Well, you can't make fun of it because they're just saying gibberish to you because it's so poorly adapted and nothing's explained.
Okay, we'll get back to that in the spoiler section. Next, we have Ayato, Basic Bitch. Voiced by Eric Kimmerer.
It doesn't matter who voiced this character. They are way too basic for anyone to get anything out of.
Hey, he tried. Eric Kimmerer, you all probably know as Alibaba from Magi. Is he the Apostle of Gluttony from ReZero Season 2?
Yeah.
I forgot what sin it was for.
And all one episode he's in so
He's
far.
also Gopher in 7 Deadly Sins. And
also might be the main character of Toradora or something.
Oh yeah, he is Ryuji in that. There you go. But okay. Oh yeah, he does alright, I guess. Not much to work off, though. Like you said.
Yeah, if only it was Andrew.
After that, we have Euless. Or as my TTS program keeps calling her, Julius. Thanks for that, TTS. And she's our main, I guess, ship waifu person. Voiced by Kira Buckland. Beatrice from ReZero. Let's see. Kurumi from Danganronpa V3. I don't know, Dai, help me out here.
You're really like...
I mean, the show is making me blank on this one. She was main female protagonist Excel World. There we go, there's something else. Okay, fine. Fine. Setsun on Yashahime. There we go. Something current. Setsun on Yashahime.
And she's also the main of Monica Magica Gaiden.
Oh yeah, she's Ui in that. There we go. Alright. And
she's in a lot of other stuff. We'd be here all day.
Okay, well, we got her. The point is, she does good as Euless, but then I hope you're used to it. Euless seems to be the one whose screen time wasn't nuked as bad comparatively.
Allegedly.
Well, it didn't feel like her character just moved from point A to point C like a bunch of others. Anyway, yeah, alright, she's the typical tsundere. Love interest for Pro Tycoon. What is with Eric voicing people paired up with tsunderes? I mean, you mentioned Toradora.
I did?
Yeah. And then...
Oh yeah, I did.
I mean, he's also been paired up with her, too, in Excel World. Anyway...
Stop beating around the bush and get on with it.
After that, we have Kieran. Who's, the shy, timid one of the group. See what I meant by stereotypes?
You're also doing them out of order.
I'm doing them in the order they showed up on the cast list.
This cast list is fucking wrong, but...
Let's just go with it. Anyway, Kieran is voiced by Brianna Knickerbocker, or Rem from ReZero. If I need to say any more than that, really. I guess Wiz from Konosuba, Philo from Shield Hero. Any more isekais do I need to name off?
Oh, you want to name an isekai? Okay, they're Hu Tao in Genshin Impact.
Damn it!
You'll thank me later when you make the tags.
Okay. Anyway, she does good as the shy, timid person, I guess. Though I noticed her voice was higher pitched in Season 1, then in Season 2 she just went straight for her, lower point, I guess, pitch, REM voice, maybe?
I guess.
I don't know, I went back and compared it. She does sound higher pitched in Season 1. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
Well, you never know how much later Season 2 was dubbed.
Yeah. Anyway, she did good as Kieran, everyone's favorite monster and monster hunter.
Bunch of pussies, you can't deal with a unicorn, I swear.
Furries, man. Furries. Anyway. After her, we have Saya. The, sloth lolly of the group?
Yeah, the monotone sloth lolly. I don't even know if you can call them sloth, but I'm actually kind of, but we don't get much with them, because A1 says fuck you.
Okay, so she's voiced by Sarah Ann Williams. Or Ferris from ReZero, Uni from the Neptunia franchise. Which... Side note, Saya really likes guns, much like Uni. Subtle casting.
No. Wait.
Yeah. And, I mean, she does good as this character, but both her and Kieran are another one who suffer from screen time nukes, which we can't stress enough. And I know someone's gonna be like, actually, they get screen time at this part. We're gonna explain. Just wait. Anyway, after
screen time, cut it in higher.
After her, we have Claudia, who's the big-chested, flirtatious one of the group, and also the student council president of their school, I think.
Yes.
Voiced by Erica Harlocker. Speaking of Seven Deadly Sins. Elizabeth.
Speaking of Genshin Impact, anyways.
And Venti from Genshin Impact. I'm surprised Sharon Williams hasn't been in that yet, to be honest.
Maybe someday.
She's also Crucian and ReZero. And yeah, she does good with what she's given, I guess.
Yeah, but unfortunately, A1.
Yeah. A1. After her, we have Yabuki, or Best Friend Kun, voiced by Max Middleman.
Wait, he was there?
He was, then he wasn't, then he was again. He kind of fucked off like 10 episodes and came back.
Isn't he only in like 4 episodes?
I think so, but he's Best Friend Kun, he's getting mentioned. Especially because he's also, a reporter, dude. But Max Middleman, he's Saitama! From OPM, he's also Ryuji in P5. See, we got both Ryujis here. Toradora Ryuji and Persona.
You just want to fill this tag list, don't you?
Anyway. And, I mean, this is a character I kind of wish stuck around more. He seems very troll-happy, and we all know trolls make the best characters. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, that sounds silly.
But yeah, as we said, he did good with what little screen time he has. But I want to move on to the main event. I'm grouping these together by academies, alright? So we're still on the first academy now. Oh god, we're still only on the first academy. Alright, let's get a move on.
Not like any academy, but two other ones matter.
Okay, so after him, we have Lester McPhail. You know, they want you to take this guy seriously, too.
Do they, though? They treat him as a joke.
Yes, but then later on, they treat him like you should take him seriously. Like, oh, he's an actual character now, etc.
You already set him up to fail with a name like that.
We nicknamed him Molesto McFailington. When your name is Lester, that's gonna happen. And again, McPhail writes itself. Anyway, he's voiced by Patrick Seitz. Ragna from Blaze Blue, Loxus from Fairy Tail.
Endeavor from Academia.
There you go. And, I mean, he's doing his typical Patrick Seitz manly voice for him and trying to be a big deal. But with that name, I couldn't take any moment of his seriously.
But he's Dio. He's a big deal.
Yes, Dio and JoJo. He's Kieran! There we go, there's the joke. He's Kieran in Dragon Ball Super.
Still more of a character than Jiren.
And he has his little entourage. First, we have Silas, voiced by Kyle McCarley. Or Mikazuki from Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans.
I mean, does he even need a mention? He was in, like, 2 episodes.
Yes.
An episode.
He was in 3 episodes, I counted, but he's getting mentioned here. Because the spoiler section has me ranting on something with him.
Cool.
Anyway. Alright. The other one is Randy Orton. Now, his name's Randy Hook, but we just nicknamed him Randy Orton, because of course. Voiced by Vic Mignogna. And what is this thing, a gnome? You called him a gnome, right?
He's really short and is doing one of those nasally voices.
Yeah.
Or as Goku would call him, an ankle biter. He's that short.
I mean, he tries with all 3 episodes he's in. Okay. This is the last one for this school. Let's move on to the next one, I guess. Next, we have the student council, and this is where it's weird. You'd think it's like, oh, okay, typical student council. No, it's a council made up of the presidents of each school, but they call it the student council.
The student council, 6 student council presidents, come on.
Whatever. Okay, so the first one we have is Ernest, voiced by Vic Mignogna. You might be saying double casting, really? Trust me, both him and Randy fuck off after season 1. In fact, Ernest has gone after one scene. And at least he's doing his deep voice here, so it's different. Casuals might not even notice. But, yeah. After him, we have... actually, what the fuck does Vic's school even do? Because they all specialize in something, don't they? I never think we find out.
Yeah. That school doesn't matter.
Okay. Moving on, we have Shuma, voiced by Lucien Dodge, who, Kibo in Danganronpa V3 and Hifumi from Danganronpa 1. There, I got some.
You felt the need to mention the character that has one speaking line.
Because if I didn't, someone would have complained. They're on the student council, so might as well. Anyway, we're not lying. This character, is he the head of the technology nerd school? I think?
I don't fucking know. Or care. If they're gonna cut corners and rush through things, sell them. I mean, what?
Alright. Next, we have Dirk. Why do you have all these... You have all these, like, weird forenames and you just have Dirk.
We have Lester McPhail.
Fair point. Dirk is main and tag Kun, and if anyone says that's a spoiler, no. Dirk is voiced by Keiji Tang, doing his typical deep Keiji Tang voice, I guess. I don't know. Archer from Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. The UFO table one. There we go.
UFO team. Is that what you've been calling them?
Yep. I don't know. Dai, do you have any others for him? Yasuhiro and Danganronpa.
Yeah.
And
isn't he the main in Kengan Ashura?
Yeah, main in Kengan Ashura. That's a show we gotta cover at some point. The show's really fucking good. Anyway.
Don't forget Megalo.
Oh yeah, Megalo, which that's season 2 coming up next season. You all should go watch it. Megalo's okay. Anyway. Yeah, so he's doing typical shady and tag, blah, 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 blah.
Did you know this guy's an asshole?
The show won't let you forget it. He's a dick. Okay. The last one is Fawn, if that's how you pronounce that. Voiced by Jeremy Lee. You all know her, Lucy from Fairy Tail. Everyone's favorite.
Other things.
Everyone's favorite from Backstreet Girls. She was the main of A Whisker Away. And this school is supposed to be, I'm pretty sure, the Chinese school?
The red blood cell and cells at work.
There you go. Okay, you got cells at work in there too.
We gotta fill. You're the one that has to remember these tags.
As I was saying, I mean, she's doing her typical cutesy voice, I guess, and she's another one that doesn't get much screen time. Okay, now let's run through the tournament people that matter. I know, shockers, we mentioned a tournament and one does happen. Okay, so first we have Irene, voiced by Erica Lindbeck.
Oh, what's that, man?
Sophia from Soul Calibur, Jessie from FF7 Remake, Black Cat from Spider-Man, the new PS4 game. Yeah, we're going all over the place, but fine. Futaba from P5, everyone's favorite best girl, at least it should be. Right, Dai?
Yeah, sure, you're allowed to have a wrong opinion. No one will fault you for it.
Anyway, and it's, what, is she playing her typical tomboy role here, I guess?
Yeah.
And It works. She's another one that after, what, the first episode of Season 2 fucks off.
Yep.
And... yeah. I guess we'll go over her abilities here, too, because it kind of coincides with her partner in the tourney, because you get unique abilities with some of these people. She's a vampire! Oh my god,
But I'll
die.
be going into how the weapons work.
Yeah, we're gonna have to in a second after we're done with the cast. But she's a vampire, man!
Noises.
Just like... Arunyaru the Ninth Espada! I told you he was a vampire! She's a vampire! They're from the same clan.
It's okay, guys. It's just 7 a.m.
That has nothing to do with it. This was my fan theory formulating in my mind. Especially because the weapons, I guess we should say it now, you have to like form a contract with them, and some of them, like the really powerful ones, have like a mind of their own. So they're kind of like Zanpakuto toes.
But they could reject you, saying you were pathetic and weak, like
yes.
Lester McPhail.
Yeah, so see, that means this is like some weird paradoxical world spin-off of Bleach that A1 took a piss on. Anyway. Okay, so after the vampire, we have the vampire's younger sister, Priscilla, voiced by Christine Marie Cabanos. We're really going through her entire career here, aren't we?
Yep.
Anyway, Felt from ReZero, Best Girl Chica from Backstreet Girls, right, Di? I know what I said.
Yes. Yeah, you said something.
Marie Rose from DOA. Let's see. Aha! Oh no, from High Score Girl. Yes, the one that doesn't talk. Perfect thing to go off of.
Their most notable role.
Anyway. Yeah. Nepgear from Neptunia. She's doing her typical Moe voice here. No. And she also fucks off after one episode of Season 2. Anyway.
Oh, so Nepgear's paired up with Usume again, huh?
Yeah, it's a terrible cycle. And these two belong to Dirk's school, right? Keiji Tang's school over there, I think?
Yes.
Okay, so might as well get the last member out because someone's gonna meme the name, and if they're not, we are! The last member from this place you see is voiced by Xanthi Huyn, and their name is Corona.
No, you forget there's another one.
We'll get to that one, and I think I did. You can't blame me. But anyways, she's known for voicing Menma from Anohana, or Haru from Persona 5. I guess a bunch of other things too. I don't know if you want to add one. Yeah. Why? Which one? Who did I forget from this shitty school?
You know who.
Who?
Something about NDAs.
Oh, him? Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, no, I was gonna get to him in a bit. Because I thought he was one of those that wasn't with any school or some shit, but no, he is.
He's with that school, or at least hired by them, so he's affiliated either way.
Okay, so Wemher, that is his name, because we gotta have silly names, is Chris Neosi.
It's still funny.
Damn it, Chris Neosi. Fucking... Anyway, he was the first voice of Julius in ReZero. He's also Reagan in Mob Psycho. And he's Pegasus in Sailor Moon. He's Pegasus in Sailor Moon, the Viz dub. Wonder if they'll keep him in the Crystal movies.
Before all of these, if they have the potential of coming back.
Sailor Moon Crystal movies are coming up, actually, adapting the Super S arc. Do you think they'll replace him?
Yeah, we know who he's going to be replaced, and we probably know who's going to be replaced by.
Anyway, we meme, and the sad part is Chris Neosi's actually a really good voice actor. He's just stupid.
Don't break your NDAs with Nintendo, guys.
It's not worth it.
Especially when you're just mostly mute Pro Tycoon in a
Fire Emblem game. It was 3 houses, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess we should mention this too. One of the other characters, who was a friend of Euless, or Kira Buckland's character named Flora, is voiced by Sandy Fox, or Chibiusa from Sailor Moon's Viz Dub. And, I guess spoilers here.
Spoilers for Sailor Moon.
Wemher actually, at one point, abducts Flora, and we made I made the joke saying, I guess Pegasus got sick of Chibiusa's bullshit finally. Because, you can't not make that joke there at that point if you're familiar with the dubs. It's silly.
Yeah, but why would you be? What are you, some kind of degenerate?
But yeah, Wemher is the typical antagonistic assassin man fighting from the shadows. I think doesn't he make a comment like, I like sitting back and watching from the sidelines or something?
Yeah, you called him a cock.
Yeah, he's a literal cock! He openly admits it. He likes watching from the shadows. He says that. He's like, I like sitting in the dark and watching things unfold. I know they're trying to be edgy, but no, he's a cuck. But alright. I guess we better get back onto this. As far as Flora goes, since we're already here, it's Sandy Fox doing her typical Moe role. She's also Fawn in the Sky franchise. You all should know what to expect from her, if you've heard her before.
Stop adding, there's only so many tags.
Right. Moving on from that. Go away, Pop-Up, fuck you. Moving on from that, we have, let's see. I guess we'll go to the intelligent nerd school.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one we have is Ernesta, voiced by Cassandra Lee Morris.
Speaking of Toradora...
Tiger from Toradora, aka Best Girl from that series, right, Di?
Yeah, sure.
Also Morgana in Persona 5. Let's
Just
see.
doesn't end.
Yeah. I don't know. Sure, people have got others. She's one of the bitchy princesses in ReZero. The only one whose name I can never remember.
Yeah.
Whatever. Point is, she's playing someone very giddy and happy all the time. Wait, am I reading this right? Or is her name Ernesta, and Vic's character on the council is named Ernest?
It's just your imagination.
Sure, you can come up with Lester McPhail, but you have to have two names that sound really similar as it is. Okay. I don't know, maybe I'm reading that wrong. Maybe I'm the idiot. But whatever. So, yeah, she's the typical tech person who's very happy-go-lucky, and she actually does get a decent amount of screen time. As does her friend, Camilla, voiced by Christina V.
Yeah.
Darkness from Konosuba. Let's see.
Stop it with all the tags.
No.
They won't be able to see them, it's too dark.
Kappa from Neptunia, there you go. Noelle from Blaze Blue.
You're just going all out, aren't you?
I am trying. And she's doing her deeper voice here. They all probably recognize her, as...
Oh, we said Sailor Moon, might as well say Mars.
Oh, Sailor Mars, okay. Yeah, she's literally doing her Mars voice here. But if you want me to add another one, Killua from Hunter x Hunter.
Jeez.
Anyway. Yeah, she's the, I guess, opposite to Ernesta, where she's very, cold and gets mad at her easily. I guess.
Yeah, and who wouldn't?
Anyway, moving on, we have, there are two androids.
Yeah.
Okay, first, we have LD is how it's pronounced in the dub, even though on the cast list it's listed as RD. Gotta love those Japanese L and R mix-ups when strings get translated, huh?
R.
And he's voiced by Keith Silverstein. Someone else we're covering a shit ton here, evidently.
Oh no, not Persona 5 again. Make it go away.
Fine, he's Hunk from Resident Evil.
Oh, no! Don't add another tag! The fuck is wrong with you?
But okay. Yeah, he's Shido in Persona 5. He's Zasamel in Soul Calibur. Zack in Dead or Alive.
God.
And, I mean, they put a cool robot filter on him. Which, that's kind of cool, I guess. And... yeah, I mean... what do I want to say? It's Keith doing his typical Keith thing. He's very upbeat and having fun here.
He's very Keith-like.
Yeah, he's very Keith-like, exactly.
He's oh, fine, we'll add another one. He's also Dr. Wily in Mega Man 11.
That actually works with the whole cyborg or robot aesthetic.
It's just another tag you'll have to try to make.
Well... we also have the other robot that's on his team that fights with him. Yeah, the tournament's a tag team, by the way, if you couldn't tell. That's where we were talking about teams earlier. Voiced by Arms, or her name's Armsy. Yeah, she's voiced by her character.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's voiced by Laura Post.
No, stop with Persona 5 already.
Yeah, Kasumi in Persona 5 Royal, the game Atlas decided not to mention in P5 Strikers.
Oops.
R4 in the Neptunia franchise. Diana in Little Witch Academia? That was her name in that, right?
Yeah. She's also on Love Live.
Wait, who? Which one was she in Love Live? I don't even fucking remember. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. She's the one with the tarot cards thing.
Alright.
I don't ask me to remember all their fucking names. It's been that long.
Anyway. And she doesn't get along with Keith, constantly calling him an idiot and everything in this show, or the other robot dude. She doesn't have a filter like he does. Probably because...
no, she's more of an android, and he's more of a mech. I mean, he looks like a straight-up Gundam-like thing.
Especially with his ability to... what does it do? Like, he takes armor from her or something?
No, he has a shield. And he can project it onto her, too, to protect. He also uses a giant hammer.
Tamaton. I had to.
No.
Yes.
Shame.
Okay. Well, after these two, we're not going to name off too many more participants, but might as well just to complete the trinity of Ericas here with these ones.
Oh god, here we go.
So, the Lee twins, for the, I guess Chinese school, the first one is voiced by Lauren Landau, Kasumi from DOA.
Yeah, we want to go more recent, Tonigawa.
Wait, was she in Tonigawa?
What?
Oh yeah, I was trying to remember the character's name. That's what I meant, dude. Oh my god, why am I trying to blank on her name? This feels dumb.
Because it's 7 a.m.
No, it's one of those things where it's like, I can remember other stupid shit, but... anyway, she's straight from Tanigawa over the moon.
An AOT.
Yeah, she's Annie in that, isn't she?
Yep.
Zenobia and DXD, there's another one, and Mio and Testament of Sister Do Devil. Yeah, see, I remember the Etsy shows. I'm clearly not a perv in any way. Definitely not. No, but jokes aside...
don't ask him how much he spent on DOA.
It's not important. Anyway, the other Lee twin is Erica Mendez. Yes, the Trinity has been completed.
Again.
And, yeah, she's voicing a Shota again. Doing something similar to her Goen voice from Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
You'll probably know her as Puck from ReZero. And Ralph Talia from Shield Hero. There's another one.
Oh yeah, so I that in as well. I mean, you could have done that all the way back during Kieran.
I did. I said Fila from Shield Hero. Anyway. And, I mean, these twins fuck off after their match. So, that's something, I guess.
They exist, I guess.
The last ones to mention, well, we have Matty, if that's how you pronounce his name, the one who's the chairman of the whole board, voiced by David Vincent. You probably know as Ben from Resident Evil 2's remake. That's his most notable role.
Hello, human.
I love that line so much. Oh, look, a human. Hello, human. We quote that to this day. He's also Jin from Blaze Blue. He's Nanami in Jujutsu Kaisen. There we go. Yes, Jujutsu Kaisen. I got it in here. I probably could have said that with Gojo and Keiji Tang. What is wrong? Why didn't I say Gojo for Keiji Tang? Am I high?
No, you're probably just sleep deprived.
Oh, I'm normally up around this time, though. It doesn't bother me. Anyway. Yeah.
Well, you must be if you're forgetting Bleach.
You're right, Grimmjow! I love you, Grimmjow.
I mean, how is that the first thing you said for...
Anyway. And it's David Vincent voicing a typical David Vincent role. Whenever you hear his voice, you know there's a badass in the room.
Okay, fine. You want another tag since we just mentioned David Vincent and Erica?
Okay.
You can add Slime to it as well.
Yeah, he plays one of the professors in the Slime OVAs.
Doing a really silly voice.
Anyways, it's David Vincent, guys. He always does good, no matter the quality of the show. And the last one, or last two to mention, first, Chris Patton's in here. Just feel like that should do that, because it's Chris Patton. And then we have a character that I'm going to mention, because if I don't, someone else is going to. Gustav, who only appears in the last 2 or 3 episodes as an antagonist. Voiced by Brad Venable, who most of you would probably know as Griffin from DMC5. You know, the guy that tragically passed away a couple months ago, sadly. You know, the stupid part is Gustav is him doing an old man voice, and it proves that the guy really did have great vocal range.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Brad Venable. But anyways, yeah.
Was he also the one?
Yeah, this movie trailer guys. Yeah. He was in a bunch of other shit too. Or I was like looking through his thing, and it's like, wow, I could not believe you were that too. Like, yeah.
That's what usually happens when you don't follow someone.
Okay, so I guess as far as ad voices go, there were a couple of Vic ad voices, again, only in Season 1. I kept my ears perked up in Season 2. There wasn't a single Vic voice to be found. I listened, trust me.
Yeah, he's a weirdo like that.
There was also a couple of David Vincents here or there. Kyle Abert was randomly only 2 separate characters. They were one-off characters that were named, too.
Yeah, so he's not even ad voices at this point.
And yes, I know random person that's going to say, well, actually, Mel Lee and Ryan Bartley were in the dub too. We're not going to be here all year, and there have been 1 scene apiece, or 1 episode apiece.
Yeah.
Besides, it's time to start ranting on what makes this show shit.
A1.
A1.
There. And the stream now.
No, I gotta go into detail. Okay. So firstly, I'm just gonna give a few examples as to how A1 fucked the pooch on this one. When I looked up consensus or reception for this anime and saw people say, you know, the anime was very average, but the light novels were actually really good. I compared Light Novel Volume 1 to the first few episodes and noticed A1 cut out a lot of important key information. That's a really good sign, A1.
Oh my god.
Okay, so if you all don't want any spoilers, back out now. Our consensus is the show is very average, and you're not missing anything if you skip on this one. Maybe you'll like it. I don't know. That's up to you all.
You've seen and can find better adaptations. Go watch ReZero instead.
Yeah. Alright, so let's get into spoilers. First, the first arc. So, you know, how, they were setting it up like, oh, clearly the antagonist is going to be Molesto McFailington over there. And that turns out to be his friend Silas or Kyle. I went back and watched this, man. Your waifu's thing of confronting Kyle at the end of the arc and it made no sense with the shit she said.
It makes perfect sense if you don't think about it.
Alright, so let me set the scene for y'all. Okay, so when Euless and Ayato first meet, they get into a fight because, of course, cliche harem things, where he walks in on her, changing or something?
No, she drops a handkerchief out of the window, he sees it, and then he jumps up literally 10 stories, and then you get the cliche changing scene.
Yeah,
he literally jumps up to the window.
Holy shit. Yeah, so they have a duel, and you know that you have to have a duel sanctioned or whatever, and they're fighting, and it's obviously gathering everyone, doing the whole typical fight, yeah, fight, man, and they're all chanting that while watching and all that stupid shit, more or less. And the duel gets interrupted when Euless gets attacked, or attempted attacked, but Ayato saves her, I guess, by someone trying to interfere with the duel. We don't know who it is, and that's the crux for this whole arc, is trying to figure out who it is.
They try to set up Lester McPhail so hard.
They do. So, Euless also has a fight-off with Saya over, again, harem jealousy antics, because of course. And again, someone interferes with that duel. So, later on, Lester confronts her and challenges her to a duel, and she doesn't want to fight him. And Ayato steps up, because he was asked to investigate Lester, because he's the suspect, because he has beef with her already.
Yeah.
And Ayato is like, you don't want to do this. No, you're already a suspect. And he's like, what, do you really think I'm a type of coward who would attack from the shadows? And Kyle's character, Silas, just says, yeah, he's not the type that would watch a duel and wait for an opportunity to attack someone in the middle of it. Euless uses this to confirm it's Silas as her one crux of evidence, saying, no one saw the duel between me and Saya, so how did you know someone interfered with it? You had 2 duels, and everyone was at the first one. He never specified which duel he was talking about. I get the feeling this might be more A1-isms and how they dropped the ball a bit.
I mean, in the first one, not everyone's seen that attack.
I guess.
Really, it was only him. It was only him.
But Lester saw it though. Because how did he know? Am I the type of guy? Because the whole school knew about it. That's why it was under their investigation.
I don't know, it's so dumb.
But alright, see, there's problems like that all throughout this shit. The next one that I could think of, like the next major one, and this I can guarantee is A1 shitting the bed. Is when the 2 robots, LD and RC or RMC, are having an argument, and Aldi asks the Cassandra Lee Morris thingy, Ernesta, how come I can't argue with her or turn her down? Is it simply because I'm a man and she's a woman, and I am unable to say no to her, etc.? Like, they do it as a joke. And Ernesta says, that answer will have to suffice for now. And then she thinks to herself, I'm not going to tell him that she's his power limiter. That's why the next time we see them duel, he knows that she's his power limiter. What, did he find out off-screen? Oh, and also during this fight, the 2 robots take on Saya and Kieran, and they keep going on about how much they've grown as a team throughout this tournament, that they've had lots of arduous battles to come so far. You only see one other battle on screen, so wow, they came really far in all 2 fights.
Yeah. Very far.
Oh, speaking of Saya, she disappears from the rest of the first arc where Lester's being framed as the culprit. So does Randy. Randy, who, mind you, is sticking to Lester because, like, that's Lester's homie. That's his best friend or whatever.
Isn't she introduced in episode 2?
She is. In fact, the whole crux of Ulysses' argument hinges on her fight with Saya, as we said earlier, which still doesn't make sense, but Saya isn't even there during the final confrontation. It's just Lester, Ayato, and Ulysses. Randy isn't there either, even though Silas was also his friend too. They were part of the same crew.
Yeah, but no one gives a shit about Randy.
I did. Randy was my friend.
Don't lie.
Aside from that, there's rushed shit all over the place. The final arc, as we said, is only 3 episodes, and it breezes through everything. It's going back to Ulysses' home, and there's an outbreak of dragon monster. What are the lizard monsters or some shit?
Dragons, monsters.
The outbreak of these attacking the city is wrapped up in like 8 minutes. And like, oh, this is serious shit.
Flying over the city. That's all you get.
Yeah, and then it cuts back. We were able to take them down. Because the main crew had to fight a Hydra monster. And like, alright, you guys go off and fight off the lizards attacking the city. Alright, cool. Lizards more or less get off screen. Fuck's sake, A1. Eat a dick. I know people crap on Studio Dean for their shitty animation, but with A1, it's arguably just as bad with their adaptations, because if you cut away the pretty animation and presentation, their adaptations are terrible.
No, they're not.
Also, this show deserved to be 24 episodes, this show, but Erased. Erased was cut short and given a filler ending at episode 12. The one thing A1 was actually adapting decently at the time.
It makes sense if you don't think about it.
We already mentioned 7 Deadly Sins in the Persona 5 anime. Sadly, I think Fairy Tail's the only thing they adapted mostly right. And I don't even know how involved they were with that since I saw numerous studios' hands in it.
All the numerous studios are all different A1 studios.
Oh, well, there you go. And isn't... Promised Neverland Season 2, I'm sure everyone's heard how much of a mess that's turning out to be. Isn't the studio behind that a subsidiary of A1 as well?
Yep.
There's no reason for that to be its own thing. The manga for it ended. But with Asterisk War, we're getting off topic. With that final arc, they should have just cut it off completely. The anime would have ended fine at the end of the tournament. And given the final 3 episodes, instead put them earlier so that way some fights could have been shown on screen and extended more properly. Instead of shit being cut out. As we said, half the schools get nothing. I don't even, like, we don't even know if Lucian Dodge's character is the head of the tech school, do we? We're only assuming.
Well, by process of elimination... Probably.
He was the one that asked if they could implement AI into the student body or something,
so yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah. But Cassandra Lee Morris is the one making all the deals for him, like when Dirk or Keiji Tang approaches her to make a deal behind the scenes. He's talking to her, not Lucian Dodge. So does that mean she runs all the affairs for the school? And he's just and Lucian Dodge's character is just some beta cuck? He doesn't run anything?
He's not even a character. You can't say 2 lines and be a character.
Oh, right. There is one we forgot to mention. Might as well mention it now, I guess. Haruka. His sister, Aito's sister. That's Michelle Ruff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's Michelle Ruff or Rukia from Bleach. There, I mentioned Bleach first this time.
Our final mention to the other Atlas game, Catherine.
Yeah, she's Catherine with a C. You should have done that with Brianna earlier.
No, she's Catherine with a K.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, this is going on too long. My rage is blinding me.
She's not Laura Vale.
Yes, Catherine with a K. Should have mentioned the other one too with Brianna. That was Catherine with a Q, but oh well, too late now. Anyway, point we're getting at is, yeah, Haruka was barely there too. And don't we find out she went into an underground fight arena and got knocked the fuck out, and then at the end they took, like, just out of nowhere, she's in a coma.
She hasn't aged a day since she went into this coma.
Because it's a supernatural coma, and it's like, what? What is this? This is dumb. Look, I love over-the-top stupid, but there was so much exposition and shit dumped in those last 3 eps. The anime would have been better off cutting them out completely, like we said. There's a lot of other shit we could get into also, like how Kieran, after her arc, basically peaks.
What?
Yeah, after getting away from her uncle, who was a douche, and learning to stand on her own. Yeah, her uncle's Richard Epcar, Raiden from Mortal Kombat. I know someone's gonna bring up, well, who was the uncle? There you go. She's like, okay, I wanna clear my father's name. That's her motivation, and that's it. Her and Saya team up, and that's more or less it. She does not get much development outside that.
Something was lost in adaptation. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Oh, but one of the things that really pissed me off with this show, Ayato. You know, Pro Tycoon.
Yeah.
What a fucking Gary Stu bitch. This fucker lost one fight the entire franchise that we've seen in anime form.
Yeah.
And even in the first fight, when he fights Eulis to a draw, because the duel gets interrupted from interference, of course Saya and other people are like, you don't understand. If he really fought you, you wouldn't have won. You wouldn't have even landed a hit on him. It's like, stop stroking the dude's dick already! Jeez! Got enough of that with Rey in the new Star Wars movies. Jokes aside, though, like, this is not for an interesting pro-tag make. I'm sorry, he sucks. Unless you have any other fights the guy lost that I don't remember. I'm pretty sure he didn't. He lost one fight against Kieran just to come back and beat her an episode or 2 later.
Yeah.
And they even say, remember, they even say the reason he lost. Like, oh, he lost because he forgot the goal of the fight is to cut off the badge or whatever. They made an excuse for why he lost instead of her just being more skilled than him. Fuck off, show. And this is the problem with having an entire series set in a tournament setting like this without a loser's bracket. Because you're setting up your main character to go to the finals, it means they can't lose. And this can work sometimes, but I don't know, man. What? What's up? You got something to add to his bullshittery?
He has to, and he just wins the fights through no effort.
Yeah, I don't know. Was it just me or the fight between...
has to struggle.
Yeah, between his fight with Irene or Erica Lindbeck, it actually looked like he had to try, and afterwards he was exhausted. It felt like that fight had more... He had put in more effort than when we fought the robot. Or was that just me? I don't know.
Well, she was just reduced to, here, I'm gonna give your sword a power-up so you can fight Erica.
Oh, you mean Eulis?
Yep.
Yeah, Eulis was just resorted to, like, I can't do much anymore, so you could fight him one-on-one.
Oh, you mean like she was through a lot of the tournament?
Yeah, and there was a couple of fights where she had to protect him, but it was too few and far between. Especially when in the semi-final match, the semi-finalists were jobbing to them. He couldn't use his weapon, because as we said earlier, Flora was being held hostage, and that was the stipulation, so she wouldn't get hurt. So, he beat a semi-finalist without being able to use his full power.
But he has a limited amount of time where you can use his full power. No, just kidding. He was bored.
He learns to control it in Season 2 at some point, and it's like, yeah, I can control it now. How?
Because Euless said words to me. Oh, now it's no longer 5 minutes, now it's an hour. Yeah, sure.
I don't know. I guess that's it, really. The anime ends trying to hype up this next tournament where everyone has to enter on the same team. And there are rumors going around, maybe Season 3 will come in 2021 or 22. I don't see that ever happening. There's no point for A1 to revisit this one. They don't really need to either. They have plenty of other shows in their vault that they're whoring out.
Or would I care to go back and watch it?
Yeah, especially because our man Randy, he wouldn't be the same anymore. He wouldn't be Randy Orton anymore.
Oh yes, that is the worst part of it.
It is to me.
Not literally almost everything else.
I mean, bitched about it, but I wasn't bored during the show. I guess I'll give it that. Show was just painfully generic and average to me. There was moments when it felt like it could have gone somewhere and did something, but thanks to A1's shoddy adaptation, you can tell a lot of world building that was done in the light novels was gone.
Yeah.
So how these other schools work and everything, a lot of that's lost. Like, we don't even know thing one about Vic's school that he works for. Not the Randy Vic, the other one.
We know it exists.
I think, didn't one of the David Vincents fight for his school or something? And he was a knight or some shit, I think. I don't know.
Oh,
but alright. It's gone on long enough. I saw this anime at certain places have around a 6, and I've seen people either fucking hate it, or for some reason really like it. And if you like it, that's fine. I'm strongly disagreeing with you on this one, though. I'm sorry, this is not worth Aniplex top dollar. It is not worth $200. Aniplex out of their fucking mind. So, I'll probably sit around a C. I don't regret watching it, I didn't hate it, but I definitely don't think I'm going back to this one.
Yeah. C minus. It's the area it belongs.
Yeah. I mean, even our friend Nomi said the anime was a terrible adaptation compared to the light novels. He actually read them, and then he watched the anime and was talking to me about that. Because I actually went to him, because I saw people complaining about it, and I went to him because I knew he read them and asked him about it to confirm it.
Oh yeah, they actually had fights.
Yeah, and he said a lot of the stuff wasn't as rushed, obviously. Fuck you, A1 Pictures. Leave light novel adaptations alone, please.
Hide under your bed where light novel adaptations can't hurt you.
I mean, look at White Fox. They got ReZero. They done a bad one? We're not talking about all our friends that die. Fuck you!
No, we're talking about how it took them how many years to get Season 2 out?
At least we got Season 2 of ReZero. Anyway. Yeah. So, I guess the dub was alright for this one. I mean, it's par for the course, though. No one gave a bad performance. You get the novelty of someone named Molesto McFailington.
There's no Andrew Ruth fan.
And there's no lines I can make fun of! Except Silas saying that she slept in because her bed was holding her hostage. I'm gonna use that line from now on if I ever oversleep. So thanks for that, Asterisk War.
You can't even make fun of that line.
I can't! And the funny thing is whenever someone's bothering us and we gotta go do something, we always meme and say, oh, gotta be held hostage by this person. So, yeah, we found that line way more funny than we should. But alright, let us know what you thought of Asterisk War. Are you on the side that absolutely hates it? Because I've seen people say it's the worst anime ever made, which I don't think I'd go that far. I mean, I think it's just painfully average.
It's just another A1 adaptation done poorly.
With another generic harem pro tag, dime a dozen thing. Portrayed by Eric Kimmer, so that automatically makes him better than a lot of the other ones we heard. What? He gave a good dub performance. What do you want from me?
As good as he could, given his material.
I mean, the tournament thing was kind of cool, I guess. If it wasn't cocked short. But alright. Let us know what you thought of it. And yeah, next time we're going to cover something that actually does have Vic in a more meaningful role. But first, we might take a pit stop back to Bleach, I guess. It's been a bit.
Oh, that's so sad.
Anyways, thanks again for watching. Let us know what you thought of it. And if you have anything you'd like us to cover, let us know, and maybe we will at some point.
Or you're gonna say, unless you're that asshole, you know who you are.
They enticed me, man. They told me Vic was featured a lot throughout this, and I was like, oh, okay, I see mixed reviews, but if it has lots of Vic, that automatically makes me want to go into it. You.
They gave you 3 minutes, the greatest gift.
At least we got to hear him be a gnome. But alright, guys, for realsies, this one's gone on long enough. Ranted long enough. We're getting out of here. Thank you all so much for watching. Also, let us know who you think Best Girl is. Oh, and to answer your question, yes, I think Best Girl is